want me to put it anywhere else? Okay, we're live. We're live. The boys are live. Boys are live.
Hey, hey.
Make sure it goes over. Let me make sure it goes over. Let me just check this out. Let's make sure we're good. Let me make sure everybody's all good. Let me make sure we're on the book of face. Make sure we're all tweaked out. Make sure everything's good. Check one, 2, 2, 3. Is it? Oh, we're live. See, popped up right there on the first viewer. I'm on my own computer. That's good. That's good.
That's good. Somebody's on.
Let's let it marinate for a minute as we build up the stream on the interwebs.
Yep, I see us.
Brian, are you in New York?
I am. It's cold. So you would know the same. It's rainy.
Yeah. It's been beautiful out, you know?
Yeah.
And just
I would
got kind
agree.
of
The
What's up? Welcome,
the
everybody.
leaves are changing, and I love that.
It's the fall, man.
It is. It's crazy. So I don't know what our plan is for this little sesh, but I figured we would take a couple minutes and just check in with
Just
everybody.
quick check in, pop in.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's good, man. I wish we were in Asheville. I mean, that hotel was going to be dope. It was going to be good vibe, but I'm kind of glad we postponed it, especially with all the numbers the way they are, kind of growing where they are.
I mean, we would never have thought that would have, when we made that call, that we'd still be in this scenario. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. I definitely think that what's been interesting, though, is there have been some in-person things. Like, I just saw Jody was in Texas at like an MPI convention. So there have been some sort of in-person conventions this year, which is shocking to me. Did you see that Jody Harris was at, MPI, Meeting Planners International, I think? They had their conference somewhere in Dallas, and she was there. So I don't know how they did it, or, if they spaced everybody out or what, but we should probably ask her that. What's up, everybody? How many people we got on? We got a few on. What's up?
Yeah, we're just building. I think I have my YouTube too. I didn't know how I did that, but we're getting comments from Jules from YouTube is saying he's enjoying all the videos, not on the Straddle Face. So shout out to Joe Bunn, the media mogul, Mr. Bunn.
I spent a lot of money on Facebook to get that kind of attention. Ben Cavallero, MPI did both this year. You could join virtually or go in person. That's shocking to me, man. That's crazy. Brian, are you doing anything, or Jason, anything with the DJ Expo? I know they're doing some virtual stuff. Nope, me neither. I know Mike Walter is. Well, Brian, do you want to talk just a little bit, and people can watch this recording back, of course. You want to just talk briefly about next year in terms of, have we locked in the dates? Are we definitely doing it at the same place? I know you're kind of the ringleader of some of the logistics. So, I mean, I hate to be asking you ignorantly, but I don't know. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, so we're sticking with Asheville. That's kind of our plan. We want to we've already put down some deposits and made some inroads with some people there, and we didn't want to throw away that business there. So that's the plan, is to keep it there. Still same time of year, which actually I think it will be a blessing in disguise too, because we'll know more with this virus. Hopefully we'll be way past it by that point. But we're just kind of in a waiting pattern, just like everybody else with events and things. So we haven't put anything out because it's just way too early to make any finite plans. We were well into the planning until everything kind of went into pause mode. So that's kind of where we're at. But it'll be, the dates, I believe, are still around the same time next year. I don't have them in front of me, but I think it's going to be around the same week. So
okay, all right.
That.
So again, the guys that are watching, I mean, there's several people I see here in the chat and that are watching now that are already signed up. So of course we'll just push you guys to 2021. If there's people watching that have not committed to 2021, we'd love to have you on board. It's the DJCollectiveOfficial.com if you want to learn a little bit more. I guess Brian is pretty, much just the basic information right now. I don't even think we have like obviously we don't have the schedule up, but do we have like the list of speakers or anything that have committed?
Yeah, so everybody at this point is still on board from what we had planned. We hadn't announced those speakers yet or
Right.
the party talent yet, but we were working all that together, and I think we were going to drip it later. So I think it's still the plan. I mean, obviously the contents can probably be a lot different now compared to what we had originally planned. Just with what we're going through, I think it makes sense to really try to talk about what the future looks like, because there's a lot of things that we probably wouldn't have addressed if this coronavirus wasn't in play. But because it is, I think it's affecting a lot of different people in different ways, and I think that'll still be something that we'll be discussing, the ramifications of it by the time that this thing drops. So I have a feeling that there'll be a lot of those things. So if you have anything that you would like to hear, pertaining to this content-wise, why don't you drop it in the chat? Let us know what you're thinking. I know, again, we're probably way too early in the planning process to solidify that content, but if there's some things that maybe we can talk to you guys about before then even, I mean, we'd be welcome to jump on this and help you out if whatever we can.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a good point.
Yeah, and if there's people that are maybe like seeing this video that might not be familiar with the DJ Collective, just to take a step back, you can get information about the event itself, like Joe said, at online on the interwebs at thedjcollectiveofficial.com. You can find out a lot there. You can get in, there's Facebook groups and stuff like that. But just to kind of give you the very quick 30,000 foot kind of summary of the experience, the collective is an event that Brian, Joe, myself have kind of like, I guess, started a couple of years ago, and have now worked with a number of different people in a number of different places. We have 3 now underneath our belt in terms of the experience. And really it's all about sharing, networking, relationship building, and just incredible content that you're not going to find anywhere else. That's what it's all about. So it's kind of like, it's not a conference, it's not an expo, it's more like an experience that starts early in the morning, goes super late every night, and has like these golden nuggets throughout the day interlaced in from people that are within the entertainment industry, but also outside of the entertainment industry. So it's like from planning perspectives to we had what's his name, Andy King, right? Like we had Andy, like, I mean, we had all these different perspectives just to share information, stories, content, and it's an experience that doesn't really exist anywhere. That's kind of like the high level about it. So this, for anyone that's tuning in that's not familiar with the whole thing, this year, right now, we would be ending day 3 at this point at the collective, right? Day 2 or day 3. I don't remember what we did with the dates. We moved it around a little bit. But here we are, virtual, F COVID, because COVID kind of jammed up our plans, right? Moved things around for us. And here we are, kind of like just touching base with everyone, letting people know like we still have a plan for 21, and just to talk a little bit about it. We'll have a lot coming out in the months and weeks and everything ahead. So I see some questions.
I see some questions as well. Yeah, Frank Smith, what's up, man? Good to see you. We definitely need some sort of normalcy. What's up, Jerry? Yeah, I mean, we had talked about doing some sort of virtual thing early on before everybody was kind of over the whole Zoom phenomenon and how hard it is to get people to show anything online these days. I'm not ruling that out, like maybe if we could, especially from people that have attended in the past or are going to attend in the future, maybe Brian or myself or Jason could start a thread on the Collective Lifestyle Facebook page. And maybe if we get enough questions, we could just do kind of not necessarily like a conference, but just a Facebook Live and go through and answer some of your questions one day. I'm sure we have different viewpoints on how we do different things, which I think is always interesting to see people that own different types of DJ companies and how we do different things. So if you do have questions, kind of table those, and maybe we'll start a thread on the Facebook group and put together like a little longer session. This is just a check-in, really, to reiterate what Kaylee was saying. We're just missing everybody, and it kind of hit me a couple days ago that we were supposed to be in Asheville and really kicking this thing off, and it's just sad. I mean, the year is kind of sad, so we're just checking in, making sure everybody's doing okay, and then
I think too we actually put this in the wrong spot. We put this in the collective main page, not the lifestyle page. So some people are looking for that. So I don't know if there's a way to share that in there or not, but just FYI, I'm getting some people pinging me
about
this is on the actual DJ Collective.
Oh, you know what?
Page. Not
this is the only one I have access to. I don't think I'm on the other one. That's right.
Okay.
Because there's all these conversations that go on. I'm like, wait, I didn't even see the thread. I didn't even see the post. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can do this real quick.
That's funny. Yeah, Bermio's blowing me up asking where we are. So
I just posted it in the comments, so hopefully they'll jump on there.
What's up, Big Earn? How are you? Johnny Dutcher. Yeah, I agree. The Zoom style definitely is not going to get the same effect as those one-on-one connections. Hey, Christopher. Yeah, man, there is no DJ Expo in 2020. They are doing it in 2021 at the Hard Rock. They moved it to the Hard Rock for next year, but they pulled the plug, I guess, a month or so ago for the one in person at in Atlantic City. So there are no DJ meetups this year, honestly. So it's just got things tight next year. I actually got a message last night from somebody asking about the Photo Booth Expo / whatever Mobile Beat's going to be called. I have not seen really anything about that. I'm assuming they're tabling it, putting it on standby because March is just so up in the air right now. So, Tony So, how are you, sir? How's Hawaii? I hope good. Mike Walter, what's up, my man? Yeah, got a good group on here. Anybody got any quick questions? I know Jason's got a meeting, and I'm still working on some slides. And Brian, he's just Mr. New York. He's moving around Manhattan at light speed. Anybody have any quick questions? Photo Booth Expo is postponed. Wow. Okay. KC said that. That sucks. What else? Virtual content. Right. Mike Walter is doing virtual content next week. If you guys want to tune in, you probably go to djexpo.com and find some more information. But anything Mike does is always good. I know he's doing something with a DJ from the West Coast, I think. DJ Jules. Since the pandemic, have you guys bought any new gear or sold any gear? I've sold a lot. Hello, Bermio. I've sold a lot of stuff, and it looks like Jani is sponsored by most of the gear companies, so maybe he can speak on the $3,000 S11 mixer or the $3,000 CDJ 3000s. I'm not quite as good as him, so they don't send me that good stuff.
Stop. I definitely have sold some stuff. I mean, anything that's been sitting around, I know I have to go through kind of like what's left of my warehouse and what I have in my storage and all that stuff. But there's just I don't know. It's crazy times. Who would have thought we'd be all sitting here virtually kicking it like this? So
yeah,
Twitch streaming is postponed.
Yeah, I saw that Twitch sent out a huge email a little while ago. If anybody didn't get it, it was about not playing not playing music on your streams anymore. So I'm assuming they're about to shut that party down. Jared was asking him.
The news keeps getting better.
Yeah,
I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like literally like 3 pages. I just kind of looked at the bold points, and it just kept saying, "Don't play music that you don't own anymore on your streams."
Right. Great.
What's up, Elliot?
Elliot S says, "What's up?"
Oh, yes, he did. Big Earn. He did buy another command center. So thank you, man. Appreciate that. So any thoughts on the S11, Jason? Have you messed around with it yet? I saw that.
I've only played on it one time. I ran into some tech issues, not with the equipment, but with like my camera stuff here. I was planning on going on later tonight and doing a little bit of a thing, but I haven't been able to sit and play with all the menus. The cool thing about this mixer, I think that kind of graduates from the S9 is obviously the screen, and then there's a lot of depth to the entire kind of like effects panel if you're into playing it. More like a performance, kind of like I don't even know if I want to say like musician style like piece of gear, but it's made to be greater than just a 2-channel mixer, right? So was it necessary or whatever? I'm not yet sure. I mean, it's pretty, it looks great, like it links up with the CDJs. Like when everything is going to be Serato capable, I'll be in a great place. But as of right now, it's only like linkable, I think, through Rekordbox, and I don't even know if any of the other platforms support it. So I'm trying to teach myself Rekordbox, so if Brian B and I get caught out in the middle of paradise again, I'm prepared to play on any platform. But yeah, it's kind of, it's a pretty mixer. They did a great job with the construction of it and the layout of it. I can't believe they squeezed more technology into that small kind of like space. But
maybe you guys could talk about, because you guys are really pumping out content on your YouTube channels for sure. So are you guys dripping content every week? Tell us a little bit about your guys' channels, what you're using that for.
I am doing like Jason, about once a week, every Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern time, we put out a new video, usually under strictly the educational umbrella, which is a portal, I guess, if you will, to adding more members to the DJ's vault. However, the videos are all unique. Like, I'm not pulling content from the vault. I'm actually shooting them more in a YouTube style, and covering some new topics. And it's YouTube, man. I mean, it's tough. I mean, like Jason can tell you as well. Like, there are no overnight sensations unless you know how to shake your ass on TikTok and you're an 18-year-old girl. And I'm not either one of those. So, Jason, I've seen Jason's got, his channel's popping off as well. He's definitely doing everything from gear to education to handling COVID. You want to touch on that, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, I try to, I guess, put together quick videos of things that people hit me up with or I see people struggling with. I have 2 videos to go up right now. I usually release a video on a Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to get it up today or I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I kind of got on a thread. I actually saw a thread today and I decided to make a video about it. Just because I feel like, not to like shit on anyone right away, but like I just feel like there's so many thirsty DJs. Like, I understand we're all in a bad place because of COVID, but the way people are responding to things where it's like a legit ask for help, and the way like DJs are responding to these ask for help from people, it made me like cringe, and I made a whole video about it. So if it doesn't go up tomorrow, it's gonna go up next week. But I have a bunch of different stuff. I'm just trying to do things that hopefully will help someone from 101 level to 401 level, and just touch on little topics of just whatever, trying to build a little bit of a base on that channel. I did it a while ago. I was at that time what I thought maybe a little ahead of myself, and I put a lot of time and energy into it. And then I just basically woke up one day and was like, I'm done with this. Now I'm trying to pick it up, but I'm moving it over to my own individual channel, because I think one of the problems I had before is all of the universe of SE was dumping all this content onto this channel. So it was like, if you're coming there for education and then you're seeing videos and it's like totally different, it was just so fragmented. So I'm trying to organize it in a different way. And it's all good. And I see that.
There he is.
There he is. Talk about YouTube sensation.
That kid. He figured it out. Shout out Rick Webb. Shout out DJ Bar.
He's kidding.
They figured it out.
That whole crew. That whole crew.
Do I?
So good.
I look tired?
No, he looks good. Stop it. Leave him alone, Tony.
I just like Tony So's picture in that. That's like,
he's killing it.
Money.
He's killing it. Look at Garzaro.
You fancy, huh?
Hey.
Someone
Jeff
just got
Scott,
back from
what's
Mexico.
up, homie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out Miss International.
Killing it. Killing the game. I was so jealous of that trip. I got to get out of town. I am out of town, but I got to get to like the beach, I think. Get my reset. Well, anything else, guys? Anything in the chat? I appreciate you guys being on. Brian, any other comments? Jason, any other comments?
No, I don't. I guess my thing would be like anyone that's interested in learning more about the collective, if you're not yet familiar with it, reach out to either Brian, Joe, or myself and just give us a little bit. We'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Post up on Instagram or Bookface, send us a message. You could send us a message. What's up, Bob Conti? Dapper Bob Conti in that jacket right there. Shout out to Bob.
I
Legend.
think he's out of the country right now too.
Everybody. So good. Nice. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with the collective and you'd like to get more information about it, just hit one of us up or check out the website, and then be on the lookout because we'll start dripping content again. I think we're going to probably wait till after the new year when we figure out what goes on with all like the remedies for said pandemic and how we're going to get through the next couple of months. And then as soon as we kind of have a plan, I think we'll be able to post up a lot of content, and hopefully we can bring some of these people that are new to the fold over to join us, because the spot is pretty dope and we're going to fill it quickly, just with all the reservations we already have and for the limited amount of new ones that we do have. But
there's so many people in the chat like trying to move it to like warm, like my man Jason Stewart down in Jamaica. He's like, come to Jamaica, man. And then Melissa's trying to move it to Cabo.
Cabo's
funny.
That's like one of my favorite
amazing.
places.
I love Jamaica too, though.
Yeah, both
Anyway.
those spots.
Anyway.
As far as a recharge, I don't know. Well, if things, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I mean, that was a great time.
I know, and Jason and I totally missed out on that, and now I actually kick myself daily for not taking that trip and just getting out of town. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do another one. God,
Yeah.
because November is a long ass way away, man. And I'm not gonna make it if I don't see, if what KC is saying is right, and there's no whatever photo booth expo in March, so there goes the first thing of the year that people would be gathering for, and then I know KC's thing is in June or July, so maybe we could catch people in Chicago, but I'm just not gonna make it without seeing my people. Like, it's just crazy.
Asbury. Love it.
Why I don't think I need to go to New Jersey again for a while. Cabo and Jamaica sound amazing.
And Hawaii would be cool, but I don't think you can get there. You'd have to take a boat, or swim,
Jeez,
one of the two.
no,
So
they don't want our corona-ridden asses over in Hawaii.
It's so funny. I mean, and it's so crazy if you think about like how each individual state or region is.
That's what I'm saying.
So different, right? Like Jersey was like non-existent, and like yesterday they reported almost 3,900 new cases. Today another 3,100 cases. Like out of like, I mean, it's built over the past week or two, but like we went from like 0 to like holy shit again, right? Like pretty quickly, and now it's like if you're one of the basically any one of the continental United States other than New York or Pennsylvania, you can't leave, right? Like, but that's everywhere. Like Texas doesn't want this one, Connecticut doesn't want this one, right? Like everyone's dealing with it, so we got to see how this all plays out before we do another charge. But I think
every state is so different from the other, man. You got a South Carolina and Georgia damn near wide open. You got Romero out in New Mexico, and they're like, you can't even have a barbecue at your house without getting shut down. I mean, even North Carolina, we went from a whopping 25 indoors, and they backed it down to 10 yesterday when the governor came out and did his speech. I mean, it's just a mess, man. It is absolutely state to state, city to city, completely nuts. Your boy Dawson High right here, like St. Louis, completely open. Anyway, me, Brian, and Jason are available to travel. If you're overbooked, I'll be glad to come your way. All my holiday parties are gone, and I'd love to come see anybody, anywhere. I will do a great job for you. Thank you.
And also, I'd say that if you guys are, because no one really wants to talk about all the negative stuff that's going on and
No.
What's happening. But if you need somebody as just somebody to talk to or an ear, I'm sure the three of us would be willing to individually talk to you. If you need any help, coaching, anything like that, man, we'd be glad to share what we can, try to help you. We're all navigating this for the first time too, so we're figuring this out on the fly. But if you need an ear, that's just what I think makes the DJC special to me is it is really a community. You know what I mean? Like people can lean on one another. So if we can do that for you, let us know.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big part of this, right? It's like no one's ever gone through this. No one's really, and everyone has different things that they deal with. Everyone's businesses are totally different, but it's like, I don't know, like between us and our little text messages that we go back and forth with, that's just the three of us on the screen. And then like the random check-ins from everyone else, like everyone's got a different situation. And that's what's so crazy about this thing. But I don't know. It's
check on your people though.
Yeah.
You know, it's so crazy, man, that you say that, Jason, because, you know, we'll do it with each other, the three of us. But like just the other night I had no idea why I was cooking some tacos. And all of a sudden, Alex Nepo just popped in my head. I hadn't talked to the kid. And I shot him a text. And that's all I said, just checking on you, man. He's like, I'm hanging in there. How you doing? Like, just if somebody pops into your head that you haven't seen or heard.
He has his beach house, that beach house internet. Wow.
I think he's in Nashville shooting some new content for the next launch. Is that right, Joe? Is that where you are? Nashville?
Hey, I'm in Nashville. We're doing it live tomorrow night. So NoSerratoFace.com. Yes. If you haven't
you're
signed
using
up.
that beach house Wi-Fi is what you're using though, buddy.
Oh
With
yeah,
that.
I know. I'm in somebody's. I'm
Rick,
sorry about the Wi-Fi.
Run over and help him out with his internet. Rick Webb, help him out with the internet.
No, he's in North Carolina. I'm in Tennessee.
He's got the solution though. That's it. I saw it on YouTube.
Oh, he does. Oh, okay. I got it.
He's got you set up. I like that.
Anyway.
He's good.
He's a good dude. Good dude. Oh man. Well, thank you guys for checking in. Any final words? I'm gonna dip out.
Yeah, be safe, everybody, and enjoy your holidays. Hopefully, we'll be in touch before then, but enjoy your holidays and stay safe.
Absolutely.
Much love to everybody.
Love y'all. Miss y'all. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Jason.
You bet. Thank you, Joe. Thanks, Brian.
Later.
Thanks, everybody.